But I've been always following you. You got good topics, you know. So keep up the good work,
I try
man.
to cover. I appreciate it, man. I try to keep it to a travel perspective of things, but also related to modern women and
You know what
topics
it
like
is?
that too. So,
You know what it is, birthday boy? The travel community is shot. So
hey boy,
you moved on to different topics. It's shot, man. You know, two idiots destroyed it. You know, but you moved on to different topics because it's shot the whole travel community. So that's
well,
why.
I don't think they have anything else to talk about besides.
Man,
Man, I'm trying to go to some.
nobody wants to talk about that no more. Who cares
Yeah,
about the
shit
sewer?
is whack.
It was the sewer. Who cares? Everybody been there. It's not nothing to
Shit is
talk
whack.
about. But these like cartel hits and all the other stuff. That's some good stuff, boy. You on your way. You're gonna be the next big shot.
I'm trying. Hey, nobody's. Hey, you notice that nobody's talking about that. Nobody's
Nah,
talking about the TikTok and what's going on with cartels that's going on in what happened recently in Mexico, also
it's
in
tough.
Colombia with another TikToker, and also in Chile. This shit's crazy, man.
You on your way, bro. That's how you move away from this bull BS travel community nonsense, shenanigans about the J
Crash out.
Lo,
Well, you know,
Rillo, the crash out, the what's that guy's name?
King, I
NYC,
kind of need
the future
my
dummy. You know, it
King.
just doesn't
I
start
kinda
with
need them.
shenanigans with these guys.
Kings, I kind of need them to crash out though.
I'm tired of the crash
I
out,
need
man. It's making black men look bad, man.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
It
Dude,
does.
I don't want to go there, but if you travel to a foreign country and women know that you a the crash dummy, you got issues, bro. You got issues. You go to, I go to a foreign country, they're like, yeah, that's that guy King. He can't afford to get a plane ticket home. That's bad. You know what I'm saying? But yo, it is what it is. Yo, salute passport blueprint.
Hey,
I hope
King,
you.
Salute to the King of
do you
New
think it's
York,
as
my
bad as
friend. How are
hey,
you?
King, do you think it's as bad as this girl willing to take urination?
Let me tell you something. I definitely wanted to touch bases on this casting situation. You got to
Yeah,
understand
it's
one
crazy
thing.
work.
You people say, "Oh, you casting." Diddy groomed this chick since she was young. She didn't know no better. He brought it into all this limelight. Okay, so
Hold
love is a hell of a drug.
on.
Okay,
NYC, are you actually turning on Diddy?
yeah,
You were the
I turned on him.
bruh, you were
I
the
turned on.
first one.
Because
Like hell, no,
I didn't know.
know
I
that.
didn't know, Ronnie. I didn't know it. Like I said, what you do in the dark comes to light. I didn't know he. I would never do a woman like he did this young chick, man.
that's crazy.
Okay.
Never,
But
never. All I know is the thug part of the dude. I don't know. I didn't know that. Let me tell you something.
hey,
I'm a grown ass man.
But New York though, we got to admit though, she did volunteer.
Because she was in love, yo. She didn't want to lose that situation, this limelight. She didn't know no better.
Money.
She said it on the stand over and over and over. Okay, I wouldn't kiss her right now, but I feel for her. We all had chicks that were crazy about us at one time that would do anything.
Man,
You
she
know?
cut the side of her hair. That's enough to let you know she was crazy.
Nah, she ain't crazy. I seen the video today. She looked kind of dope, man. You know what I'm saying? She looked kind of dope. You know, it was a hairdo. It wasn't like he groomed her. Okay, dudes do that, and she didn't know no better. You know, like I said, all the men that been through Cassie, as pretty as she is, I wouldn't touch it. You know, even the guy who pulled gun out and said, "Yo, the Spanish guy," he said that Cassie gave him herpes. Come on, man.
Yeah, but New York
Wow.
City Kings, when is it enough for you to like know that you're being degraded? When is it that you have to come to a rational realization that maybe I shouldn't be doing this?
She said it herself understand the
Putting
drugs.
men
The
semen
drugs.
on nipples on
The
another man's
drugs numb the
nipples.
pain. The drugs numb the pain,
You
yo.
know,
So she's
that's
blaming
a
it
little
on the
too much,
drugs.
man.
So she was an addict? Is that what she's saying now?
Then she was an
Even
addict.
on
Diddy's an
drugs,
addict
that's not gonna
too.
make you do some shit.
Diddy had a drug mule. The drug mule will testify in court. You gotta understand one thing, yo. This life is an underdog of a lot of homo thugs and all this other stuff. You know, like I said, I ain't got no respect for the man no more. I had, but I don't anymore. Yeah, I turned on him.
I see.
Passport,
I turned on him.
passport,
I said, I'm sorry.
passport blueprint. What up, bro?
Happy birthday, Andrew. Salute to Ronin and salute to the King of New York. How are you?
Good, man.
Yeah,
How you doing, boss?
Yeah, I've been to Mexico. And I didn't have any issues. I didn't stay in those rough parts in Mexico, of course, but I was in Mexico City and I stayed at a place called Polanco, and strangely enough, it reminded me a lot of Tel Aviv because it was Jewish. It was a Jewish population over there, Israelis on top of that. It was a mixture of Israelis and Mexicans, which was weird. And they had a rodeo drive over there as well. Rolex, Gucci, Tesla. It was just a different vibe over there. It was one of the richest areas of Mexico City. So I really didn't have any problems when I was up there. Met up with Pablo Frescobar. He was vacationing there and hooked up with him, had lunch, and it was a great time. Got my residency card when I was up there, so I got to go back and renew that.
How long is that residency card? Is it permanent or is it like a time frame type of thing?
The first one you get is 1 year. The second one, when you renew, is 3 years, and in that third year, you can apply for permanent, and that permanent's lifetime.
I need to get this off my chest real quick. Yo, shoot out to Milano, the travel man. He's not a passport bro. He is a traveler. He's a monger, but he's not a passport bro. And he does travel. I take my hats off to him. I'll give him his flowers and shit. You know what I'm saying? He is what he is. So at least I know you in the chat. Yeah, I respect you and your travel. You know what I'm saying? And you're not a passport bro.
Yeah. And you're not going to get those passport bros going up to Mexico, although we do have I'm starting to see more of a Black expat community over there, and they're in different cities, and they're just going out there just to live, just to stretch the dollar. They're not doing all this ratchet stuff that we're seeing.
Yo, passport blueprint. You gotta agree with me. Ain't everywhere the passport bros go, they destroy it. They destroy Stewart. They destroy Bangkok. Soy 6, all that other stuff. The whole no condom gang. They destroying Colombia. Everywhere, it's like cockroaches. Everywhere they go, they destroy something, and they leave a bad name for the Black man and the Latino.
Here's the thing with that. If you're talking about the textbook definition, guys going to look for wives, I would disagree with you. But I know where you're coming from, and that portion, I agree with you. That portion, I agree with you. If they're going over there just to play, just to ram up some girls and stuff like that, I agree with you. They are ruining it.
They ruined it.
But you know what, New York City Kings? I don't mean to intervene. I just want to say this real quick. I agree with you, but some people would say that the word and the name itself of the group gets stretched out into so many categories of different men that travel for different reasons. And I kind of see that though, because even in that group, there's people who are not about that shit. You know what I mean?
Damage is done. The damage is already done, gentlemen.
And they don't. No, I get it. I understand, but there are people who don't really consider them as the label of it, like like Passport Blueprint was saying, as passport bros. They would say passport pookie.
The people that don't agree with it, are passport bros themselves.
No, well, here's
Right,
the thing.
but I don't think they would consider. Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, what I was going to say. Sorry,
Go ahead,
what I was going to say is that
no, you go ahead. Go ahead.
the people, everybody's getting bunched up into this group, and basically, I think the correct terminology is to call these guys sex tourists. That's what they are, because they're hiding behind names like expat, passport, bros, digital nomads. They're hiding behind those names, and what the purpose of their trip is basically is to knock up girls. So basically, that's what they are, sex tourists. But they're not going to admit that.
For example, for the birthday boy, he traveled to Colombia. He didn't need no bros with him. He didn't have a whole bunch of situations. He traveled there for the experience. Salute to Andrew. He traveled there. He had a personal trainer come through it, cooked and all that. That's what the travel community is about. Reaching out, living the culture, feeling a part of something. Not just mongering, not just flying down to destroy an area that brothers can't go no more. That's not about the travel community. That's what I'm saying. We don't. Andrew ain't. No, he's not a passport bro. He didn't come up the plane and look for other passport bros to chill with. No, he got his place and he did what he did. He took the good hits with the bad hits. That's part of traveling. You know what I'm saying? Learn.
Yeah, and I agree with you on
Teach
that.
how to move. Teach how to move around without getting robbed. That's what the travel community is about. Not about being stranded, having your camera snatched, and people running around and breaking windows and can't afford to get back home. And how do you teach ignorance to a high value man? Not even being black, but a high value man himself. Okay, so
yeah,
I'm not even part of the travel community. I'm ashamed of it.
No, I totally get you. I actually make fun of the bullshit when they're doing all the crash out content and stuff. But from my experience, give me a second. Let me go ahead and check that.
All right, I'll continue talking. You might as well put red lipstick on them and put big lips out of them. Because that's what it is, a bunch of dummies. A bunch of niggas. I said it with an A, but I meant it with an R.
Tell us how you really feel, NYC. Damn.
I'm just keeping it. Y'all know I keep it a buck.
I know that, King. I know that.
You know what I'm saying? You might as well put red lipstick on them. How we learning from that?
I know who you talking about. Kings, I know the people you talking about, but to be quite honest with you, I don't even think they consider themselves passport bros.
They don't know what they bums. They bums. Yeah, they bums. Anybody who beg for money is a bum. If you're a man.
But Andrew,
I feel you. I feel you on that. But
it ain't about donations.
I just don't think it's fair to call them. I don't think it's fair to call them passport bros because they say they're not passport bros. You know what I'm saying?
They bums.
Andrew, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You got a lot of guys that crash out, and we don't even see it on video. I just hear it. I hear it from other content creators.
Because you know why they crashing out? Because they following these two idiots. Oh, they think you can get to a foreign country with no money and be okay,
or less money. They don't even prepare properly.
That's why they got so much. They got bums following these bums. They figure, oh yeah, Jay Watermelon can do it. I can go down there with $30.
Jay Watermelon.
And then they crash out. They didn't tell you the story that he was lying.
Kings,
that is lying. He didn't really get all those donations. He didn't really get all those donations. He got his Social Security check. He's lying.
Yeah, he's got.
Oh, I raised $2,000 last night. Yeah, right. Niggas been on YouTube 10 years. They ain't raised $2,000. How the hell you a bum gonna raise $2,000 overnight?
Yeah, that's crazy work.
Let's keep it a buck, yo. Let's keep it a buck.
Hey, but let's keep it real though. They did raise that money though. They be getting that money, bro. There's people actually paying for that shit.
Yeah, and a crackhead don't smoke crack.
They I don't know, man, but they getting that money. They got an audience.
And what did that say about the audience?
They bum. They bum. That's like an alcoholic on the street giving another alcoholic a bottle. That's all it is. It's the same method. A bunch of dummies.
I don't know what happened to our community where we're so into the sensationalization of the Maury Povich, Jerry Springer type of mentality where we like watching other people crash out. Even in our own communities, you might see a fight. Nobody will jump in and try to separate them. They'll just sit there and pull out their cameras and start filming, man. Everything is about clicks and views now instead of being human. Absolutely. We're animals.
Absolutely.
We're animals in our community. There's no self-care.
Well, I mean, it's about entertainment nowadays, and it's also about humans doing entertainment things, you know. And the fact that it's real, it's shock value. So it brings the audience like, oh shit, what's gonna happen next? Like
there's only one thing that can happen next. It's gotta be a conclusion to this stuff. Somebody gotta die. Okay,
that's why people tune it in.
It's gotta be one conclusion. Somebody gotta get locked up or die. Then we get that's entertainment. Because people die every day, G.
That's their entertainment, man.
I agree with it's Jay Clyde. No place is ruined for me because I create my own bubble.
None of us on this panel would vacate with these dudes. None of us. There's high value man status, and then there's just a bum.
Oh, he labels himself a passport, bro? Really? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Well, I mean, hey, to each his own. I just go by the individuals, man. I don't really judge a whole group. I gotta go by individuals. If I don't know them, then it's like, damn, I gotta put them somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But if you ever be somewhere, shit,
I'm saying you ever be somewhere and you say, "Oh, there go the niggas. Here they come."
They're probably saying that overseas, King.
Oh, wow.
Here they come.
Oh,
here they come.
They're probably saying that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I can't be around a bunch of ninjas, bro, when I'm on vacation.
I'm saying you ever be that situation. Here they come.
See Jay Clyde. See Jay Clyde's agreeing.
Here they come. They gonna fuck everything up.
That's wild.
That's why
you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about.
I like my 1800, and let me get my marijuana and a bad bitch, and I'm good, man.
Let me put it this way: where I'm at in the Philippines, I might have seen 3 guys in the last 3 weeks. 3 black guys. Period.
That's good. That's good.
And where I'm going, it's going to be even worse.
I like positive black men. I don't like niggas. I don't.
Facts.
With an A. Niggas with an A. But I meant the R.
Niggas with an A. Andrew show, what the fuck?
He said, I say
what
with
you trying to say, Kings? Yeah, I got you. Oh, man.
Yeah, but I agree with what NYC Kings say. It's and we try to warn them, but they go out and get all in their feelings and they take personal attacks at you. I had that happen to me.
That don't happen with me, Ronin, and Andrew, because we travel alone. We already have our stuff planned when we get there. We already got it mapped out. We don't have that. We ain't trying to run into nobody that's in a group. Okay? We do bad all by ourselves. We don't need a whole bunch of bros.
Well, let me tell you something though. I actually met a follower when I was out there in Colombia. He was pretty cool. So I can't really disagree and say that they all bad, bro. There's people who are actually cool.
That's different. That's a follower. That's somebody who's seen your channel. That's different. It ain't like you started.
I don't know. Mulatto was a follower. Mulatto was a follower by he became kind of weird.
Yeah, but you know Mulatto.
That's a lost.
That boy would turn on you like a cracker jack. That boy would turn on you. He's like, I thought we were friends. He's down at the police station and he drives the right car and it's got rims on it. He's killing it off.
Hey, so guys, I got the best of B-Dub coming up at 7:00, man. I got the best of B-Dub coming up at 7:00, man.
So Milano is entertaining. You know he blocked me. He's entertaining.
B-Dub V-Dub is a funny mother effer, bro. Like, he gets on my ass too, but I can't help but laugh, man. Like, he's so funny. I can't get mad at him. Because even when he's mad at me, he just makes me laugh, bro. Like,
he's not funny. He's not funny.
He's not really funny to me. He's very disrespectful. I can't roll with somebody.
Yes, he can be, but in a funny, humorous way. I know it sounds crazy. He's disrespectful, but it's funny.
So you're laughing at him, and he think he's dissing people.
Yeah, he thinks he's something important, but everybody's laughing now. But he don't make a bit of sense. But he thinks he's.
At the end of the day, it's comedy.
Yeah. I did a video on him just recently. Yeah, but he just wants to talk, and not listen, and he just throws a lot of insults. He's very disrespectful. That's why I can't roll with that dude. There's something wrong with him.
Yeah, he can't. He can be. He can be a tap disrespectful. I do agree with that. Yeah,
I ain't got no beef. I ain't got no beef with him, but I ain't got no beef with him. But he could be a clown. He could be a clown. So.
Well, that's why I laugh. That's why
I mean, that's fair enough to say, though. But that's fair enough to say, right? He could be a clown. So.
He crash out, bro. Shit's crazy. It's funny.
Okay. Well, some people take him seriously. Hey,
well, when you do take him seriously, when you do take him seriously, that's what he's gonna keep getting at your ass. You know that, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I did a video on him, and if he wants to come at me, he's welcome to try to come at me.
Uh-oh.
Carlos throwing shots out there.
Huh?
Am I smelling a smoke show?
No, I mean, he's a clown. I can't take him seriously. He's a clown.
Who are we talking about?
He doesn't like B-Dub.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I can't. He knows about me, but he ain't never said nothing about me. But that's his behavior. I don't find it. Sometimes it's entertaining. Sometimes it's not. You know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like Milano because I like when he goes to like a park in Brazil and tries to work out. that's entertainment.
Well,
he does.
See, the problem with people like him, nobody's an expert on the entire world.
Yeah, Milano is funny though.
He's funny though. He's honest about his funniness. He's honest about his mongering. That's what keeps it real funny.
Hey, have you seen his promos that he did on me and he did a hit piece on he did a hit piece on QB?
Yo, he took off.
Oh my God.
I gotta take my videos down about him. He stopped talking about me. He said he was gonna stop. He took all the videos down about me. No, I respect that, man. I do. You know.
Okay. You have a large following?
Who, me?
Yes.
I only got 2,600, but
that's still,
you know, I'm not on it like everything, but my TikTok is booming. I think I got 1 million followers, maybe.
Damn. But yeah, it's easy to get followers.
Dude, having 2,000 people following you, that's good, man. That's good.
That's pretty good.
I mean, I got like 2 million likes on TikTok.
Yeah, it's easier to get followers on TikTok for some reason. I don't know why. It's hard to get views. It's hard to get followers on a.
You know why? Because I'll tell you why. Because the Asians, man, they knock down that shit. Boom! Everybody's getting algorithm in this bitch. They have it set up that way. Everybody's hitting algorithm.
Also, he targeted this black travel community by trying to take away your what happened to you, Andrew. They try to do it to me too. Try to take away your money.
Man, that was hit by a lot of shit. I'm gonna tell you what it is though. Jay Rello's got some haters, man. Like he's got some real people who hate him because let me tell you something. I did a clip about Jay Rello and they came after me. Like they don't like this dude. I don't know who it is. He has
like him.
I don't like him either.
I don't know. I don't know who. I don't know. No, I'm just talking about people like want to see him down. Like seriously, I don't know who he deal with behind scenes, but whenever you tag them or you try to do a response video, you getting strikes. Like if you do like a short, for the most part, you getting strikes because these people are. I don't know. Maybe he's doing things in the country, and people in the country are not liking what he's doing. I mean, it could be a lot of things. Cause he's starting to buzz. I mean, they point him out in Colombia for crying out loud. Oh, you Jamaican chick, you the guy that's always on the couch, who got girls coming in from the street.
Oh, so he's gaining a lot of enemies overseas. You saying?
Yes, man. You see that Jamaican girl that he met? He met a Jamaican girl in Colombia.
Yeah, I saw that video.
And he got rejected from a foreign girl in a foreign country in the mall.
Yeah, that's a first.
Let's not forget the lady boy. Let's not forget the lady boy. He spanked. He spanked on the buttocks. How do you have a lady boy in your room and spank him on the buttocks on a live stream?
Well,
you keep making this up.
Jay Rella was a gift to the people who hate Password Bros. He was a gift.
You sure was.
Yeah, he was a gift. Jay Rella, he's a Password Bro, even though he never actually said he was. So if they want to tap Password Bros, they use that.
Any crash out overseas is considered a Passport Bro.
Yep.
Anything that's considered that you do, and he's overseas.
Yeah. Well, all of a sudden he's a Passport Bro, just by assumption.
Well, anybody who does something wrong overseas is automatically called a Password Bro.
Correct.
Because you shouldn't be doing nothing wrong overseas. Just like I told somebody today, it's not your country. Keep acting up and see what happens over there.
Yeah, that's what people got to understand. You're on somebody else's turf. I've been saying this for 10 years, and some people just don't get it. They just think they just laughed at me in the beginning. A lot of them are not laughing now because some of those guys ended up in jail overseas who laughed at me when I was telling them about this close to 10 years ago.
You're right.
You gotta respect that country, the culture, the people. You can't just go over there and just act any kind of way. It just
absolutely.
Yeah, I was in a foreign country, and I hang out with a lot of white boys, and we came across somebody holding a flag. And on that flag, it was an American flag that said "Fuck America." The white boys I was with about to go crazy. I told them, "Leave it alone.
Let it go.
Let it go. Leave it alone." Okay, because we are not in our dojo. So leave it alone. If they want to protest against America, don't become the hero. Okay, I know how you feel, but we are not in our country. So he let it go.
Talk about violence that's not in our country, guys. I want to wave the attention just real quick to this this woman that lives in Sanonela, I think it's pronounced, in Colombia. I mean, not Colombia, in Mexico. These are women in the country that this is how they date in a hypergamy in these foreign countries to get the men that they want, for the most part, that are perceived as being the prize. Hold on. Let me just show this to you guys and play this. Look up to narcos. The young boys that work in these little grocery stores, they don't look up to LeBron James's. They're not looking up to all these basketball players that we look up to as kids. They look up to narcos. The women dress so pretty to get themselves a narco.
All right. I tried to take it down as best I could, but you did better.
Yeah, no. You started it, so you helped me.
We're going to do mine next, okay?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Okay, bye-bye.
Have a good night.
You too.
New York City, you flirting over there?
Yeah. I let my neighbors use my lawnmower.
Wow. Okay.
Let me find out New York City challenge. Get them cheeks.
I was about to say, she bringing it back a little late tonight, ain't she?
Nah, I'm trying to be neighborly, you know what I'm saying? Let the neighbor use my lawnmower.
At night, like, yo, can we go in the garage type of thing? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Nah, it's just me being me. I don't eat where I lay at. No.
Oh, I get that.
So what's your take of the girls over here in Sanonela dating up? That's their hypergamy and dating narcos. That's what they look up to.
Well, I hate to say it, but I've been around real narcos before. And they just dress I seen them with cowboy hats, with boots, with spears on them. I'm like, what the hell? And once I seen the belt buckles, the hat I seen you just wearing had to cost about $2-3 grand. And they walk with confidence. So, and when I was where I was like, yo, you ain't had to tell me what I knew what it was. So these young chicks know that if they can hook up with a narco, that they can be financially taken care of. So that's why they dress up like that to be as pretty as they can. And all men want young chicks. So nobody wants to date a woman that's old.
Facts.
So,
and most of the young chicks want to.
They want a mature man with money.
So with that being said, I want to ask you guys a question. Would you guys feel comfortable in dating in Mexico? Knowing that the majority of the beautiful women are looking for narco men or had some history with narco men?
I'd have to say, Drew, that's their first option because there are no other options maybe in that town. But as an American or a foreigner going into that town, they would explore other options if they had a choice. Right now, their best choice, just like if you see going into a hood, they want the corner boys. Okay. They want the bad boy because they're making the money. That's their best option where they're at. But presented a different option, I think they would probably go for the lesser of the two. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Maybe.
That could be a choice, but then go ahead, Carlos. Go ahead.
Well, I'll be very wary of that. If anybody would want to lay up with somebody like that, I would be very hesitant. And I'm not messing on young chicks anyway, so it's just not it's a non-issue for me because I wouldn't be messing with them anyway. All right.
And it all depends on where. Because if you're talking like the major cities, you may not get that the cartel being up there, because in Mexico they're really cracking down on a lot of the gang activities in these major cities like Guadalajara and Mexico City and certain other places. So foreigners will be the best option, but maybe some of the smaller towns where there's a bigger presence of the cartel, that may be the option for them. But like Ronin had said, if there's a second option there, they're probably going to run to that second option.
Okay, maybe. It's something to think about. Yeah. All right. Okay. You guys, you take care. I'm out of here.
All right, Carlos.
All right. Take care.
Be safe, man. God bless.
Yeah. Right, take care. Take care, Blueprint. All right. I'm out.
What up, Buck?
Hey, salute to the panel. First off, Andrew, so is no, am I tripping?
Andrew just disappeared on us.
I thought it was his birthday, but he don't. What's that?
See, Buck, you didn't chase them off, man. Come on.
He's probably getting another drink or something. I don't know. We'll see here in a minute. Maybe he had to reset.
Yeah. He's been having some issues with the computer. That's why it was late coming on.
I just want to say happy birthday to him, but he got off the. Salute to the panel, NYC King.
Blue Buck.
The Ronin travel Philippines right now, bro.
Yes, sir. Been here since the 6th.
Congratulations, Ronnie. Congratulations.
A lot of change since your last visit.
Huh? You keep cutting in and out, Buck. What are you saying?
We lost contact. Nah, you're moving around. You must be driving or something.
You got to be. There he goes. Yeah. Drew, he wished you a happy birthday. I don't know if you were on when you said that. So he wished you a happy birthday.
No, I didn't hear that. Oh, well, appreciate that, Buck. I don't know what the hell's wrong with my mouse, man. I can't even click on shit.
If it's that wireless mouse, sometimes it goes.
Okay, let me close out. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's wrong with my shit.
Mine goes to sleep all the time.
I don't know. It never really happened like that. Hold on. I can't even click on the. Hold on. Let me see what the hell's going on here. Something's wrong with my shit. Get rid of some of these windows. Let me see if this works.
Did we just lose King too?
Okay, now I got it. I don't know. My connection's acting weird, but let me see if I think I'm able to get it. You still with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm here.
Blueprint?
Yeah, I'm still
I
here.
don't know. My connection's acting kind of weird. I don't know what the hell just happened here. Hold on. That's some weird ass shit. Like I couldn't even hear nothing. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Yes, no problem.
All right. It must be like a 4-second delay or something. I don't know.
Let me read this super chat that I got. 15 shekels, I believe it is.
Shekels.
Passport blueprint. Yes, shekels. I got it right. He said passport blueprint
Yeah,
is
go
right. TLC, I guess that's Tel Aviv. It's most like big cities, liberal and LGBTQ friendly. Ronin, we need Nagmeezy for this live. Yeah, I haven't heard from Nagmeezy in a while. That brother's staying busy. I know that much. I know he's active. You know, unfortunately, we never got that fight off, but we had background information that was going to happen. But yeah, I'm going to reach out
Well,
to him.
I'm gonna say, did they settle their differences? Like, is it squash?
I mean, no, I mean, whatever it is, it was just going to be a fight. I don't think there's any kind of like backbiting. It was just somebody wanted to challenge the other person and see what their skills were at. And as far as I know, I don't think there was any like bad blood, aside for all the miscommunication and the coordinating the fight itself. You know what I'm saying?
So are they getting paid for this fight?
That's what the whole thing was. Nagmeezy's like, I'm not flying wherever you want me to fly, and I'm not getting paid for the flight.
Like who the fuck is gonna fly out just to fight and not get paid for no reason? And you don't have bad blood with the person, so what's the point in fighting?
For the money. For the love.
Oh yeah, it's money. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, but I thought there was no money involved.
No, there was money.
Or am I I misunderstood.
No, it was supposed to be a whole gate. It was that was the whole thing. The yoga was trying to do was get a percentage of the charges at the gate and concessions. He was trying to do a whole production thing with the fight. And Nagmeezy's like, yo, man, just put money down, 5 G's each, winner take all.
Oh, okay.
You know, so that's where the breakdown was, how the money was getting set up, and
so
trying to make money off the fight, and you know, all these hands in the fucking pot. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they want me to play this shit. Because every time I'm trying to go ahead and play this shit, they kind of stopping me from playing it. So I don't know. But it's already up on YouTube, so I don't know why. All right, maybe I shouldn't play this, man, because I don't know. They're not letting me play this, but you guys hear me, or am I like glitching?
No, you're perfectly fine, man. Don't even get paranoid. We can hear you. I'll let you know if we can hear you. We're fine.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I can't play this shit. I don't know. Weird ass shit. Let me see if I can refresh this.
This is the video you got up?
I don't know why it's not letting me.
Oh, you don't have.
Yeah, but it's not letting me play for some reason. Like it's like every time I'm trying to click on volume, it's not opening up. It's weird. I don't know what the fuck, bro. This doesn't make any sense. Let me try opening up a new window.
Is your B-dub, bro? Is that a live or a pre-recorded thing?
No, it's pre-recorded. It's just like
Okay.
I'm getting like his best roast, like crash out roast moments.
Together. Yeah, you clicked it all up.
Together. Yeah, I just clicked it all up.
I just got a notification, is why I asked.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It so happened that a lot of people don't like B-Dub, but they got their reasons, I could kind of see, but
I mean, he's entertaining.
Yeah.
I
see
gotta give it to him. He's very knowledgeable about certain countries.
He is,
Yeah,
and
he's knowledgeable
very,
too.
very knowledgeable.
That's the only thing with me is the disconnect between the level of the guy that he projects himself to be, where intelligence, money, where the way he carries himself in the countries he go to, for him to come back and do a lot of the roasting. I don't understand all that. Instead of trying to help guys get to his level. And maybe he does do that. Maybe he does do that. I don't know. I don't know the man's
I think
business.
because a lot of guys just tease him because of the way he looks and his build, they think is
that makes no difference, and we all know that.
I know, but you know how some of these dudes are online and stuff like that. But
especially for
I listen.
If you're looking for a ratchet woman, then worry about your looks. If you're looking for a woman that has class, then there's a lot of other variables to go in besides for just what you look like.
But like I said, he is very knowledgeable about some of these countries. I've talked to him before.
That's why I can't say a bad thing about the brother. I know he does what he does, but at the same time, he's moving around this planet on a high level. I just wish he would impart some of that wisdom back to some of the brothers that are trying to be like him. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'll say this, my opinions on him. I mean, besides the outbrandish, crazy turn up antics he can be, with the overly swearing, there is some truths to a lot of things he does say, like Blueprint was saying. So I do give him credit where credit is due. And he's very knowledgeable on things. Some of it may be quite a bit funny. I laugh at the animation stuff, but besides that, I mean, he does have a message, and it's pretty useful, Yeah. But there's times where he does have some really intelligent topics, and you can have some good conversations with the guy. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think he needs to be on the proper forum to actually display that.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
because he has a lot of knowledge to impart, and he gets in the wrong rooms to where he has to do the other side of the house.
Yeah,
Yeah, but which we kind of know is for like a form of entertainment in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah, it's a turn up thing.
I would love to hear the knowledge part too.
Yeah. It's a little bit of mix with everything, but I love the humor of it. Unfortunately, for some people, some people don't like it, but I love the crash out. I love the shits. It's entertainment to me, man. At the end of the day, and sometimes you gotta laugh at life, man. You gotta just laugh at it,
Yeah, but my whole thing of that is not just the image, but the consequences behind it, because a lot of people are picking that up and they're doing the same thing. Like I had one dude, one of my guys that usually, mod for, he was just telling me that some of his subscribers, getting upset because he doesn't do the crash out stuff. And now they want to unsubscribe to his channel and go someplace else. That's how messed up this whole crash out thing is becoming, because here we are, we're trying to get you guys information and motivation and stuff, and now here you are, you want to go follow what the crash out dummies are doing, and if this channel ain't doing it, then you want to unsubscribe and go follow this nightmare. You know what I'm saying?
He said this nightmare.
Well, listen, I love the reaction of it, bro, and sometimes I need that crash out content, bro, just to talk about
my boy, True Prodigy in the house.
Prodigy. What's good?
Prodigy, what's going on, brother?
Excuse me. What's up? What's up with y'all, man? Andrew, it's your birthday, bro?
Yes, sir.
Happy birthday, man. My
Appreciate
birthday. Yeah, real talk, man. My birthday recently, yeah. But I ain't joined the panel in a minute. You know, I just wanted to come up for wish you happy birthday and chop it up for y'all and chop it up with y'all for a quick minute, pretty much. You know, I think you guys was talking about crash out content, that J Rello dude or whatever. I'm not completely
we
sure.
talked about a lot of we talked about a lot of things in the travel space. But go ahead, yeah, you could talk about that. It don't matter.
I mean, I'm not really the best person to talk about that. The only dude I know that you guys talk about a lot is the J Rello dude. You know, yeah, he's getting a lot of support that he really don't deserve. But I mean, that's what I've been hearing. But I mean, I'll let you guys talk about that, and I just if I have anything to say, you know, I'll elaborate. But yeah,
what you think about the chicks that are offing each other in Colombia and what was it, Peru?
Damn,
what country?
Why they doing that? What the hell going on? What the hell going on in Colombia and Peru?
It's the cartel shit going on.
Sorry. Yeah,
with the queens. What happened? I was covering it earlier. Oh shoot, this thing keep acting up. I don't know what's going on my screen. All right, well, I was talking about it earlier, and pretty much this TikToker who's a social media influencer, she's also a queen pin. So she put herself out there on social media, and an area where she was at in Mexico was normally an area where it's very quiet. It's a high developed area with a lot of, quite a few residents that, people have money out there. It's not in poor areas, and they don't have crime like that out there. But it so happens that through an IP address, there was a hit out on her anyways, but she was on social media and on TikTok, and she was growing a lot of followers. So she became a TikTok influencer, even though she was a queen pin. She already had bodies out and killed other cartels. So another queen sent out some henchmen to find this chick, and they showed it live, and they just capped her on a live stream. Live? Yeah, TikTok. Well, one happened on TikTok.
You know what I did hear about that.
Not one happened on TikTok. No, that girl had a crazy boyfriend. The one that got shot on TikTok. Okay. The other one that was on TikTok was a long time ago in Mexico, and she got bodied. She was a queen. And recent one in Colombia, that one was a crazy boyfriend, and she was an influencer, and he came and shot her. So it's a lot of shit going on. I mean, what's your take on that, man? On girls in foreign countries?
I would say like attention is a hell of a drug, man. You know, yeah, like women, they love attention, and they're not really the best when it comes to like being held accountable or like being responsible or whatever. They always expect for the man to be responsible and stuff. So I mean, considering the fact that she's a queen pin, I would expect for her to be a little bit more responsible, just put all her business on social media. But I mean, I don't know. I don't want to necessarily like wish bad on her or like disrespect her down or whatever. But I think that was just an unintelligent move for her to do that. But I mean, it's like I said, women love attention, man. So like why?
But what's so crazy?
What the hell is going on in Colombia, bro?
Prodigy, she got bodies on her though. She killed people before, so it's not.
Yeah, you said she was a queen, Ben, so she pretty much had it coming. Yeah, but it's like okay, but that's even more incentive for her to like not be on social media. Like exactly. I'm guessing it wasn't just the attention. I'm guessing she was making some money too. Like that's the only logical thing I can. That's the only plausible thing I can think of. She had to be making some money too. Yeah, because I'm not finna risk putting myself on social media. I know she's a woman, she's emotional, but women have some logic too. So I'm not finna. So I know she was okay. I think it gotta be more than just attention.
She literally let them know exactly where she was.
Yeah, she did.
She went live right before the hit was put out on her, so they knew her location.
She got a nose job and she reconstructed. Like she did some sort of Botox to her face. Like if you go do that, why would you go on live and let people know who you are? And people know who you are. The cartels all know each other.
So are you saying this girl was on the run?
No, she wasn't on the run. She didn't care. That's from what I'm hearing.
She possibly had a hit on her. I don't know if she was on the run, but I'm assuming that she was because she had a hit on her.
Somebody looking for retribution for one of her calls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She put a hit out, man. That's how it is.
Well, you know what? I always think about what was that movie with Denzel and he was the drug dealer. What was the name of it? What was the name of that movie?
Oh, you talking about Training Day?
No, he was a drug dealer.
American
Gangster. Yeah, I always think about
yeah.
that. And I think about even if you're not a drug dealer, sometimes shining ain't good for you. Like he was saying, when we went to that fight and he was shining, he wore that fur coat. And if it wasn't for that fur coat, they would have never noticed him.
I want to ask you guys a question. So did she have a man in the building? Like, did she have a man like in close proximity to her, like when that was going down, that was trying to hold her down? Like, was that the situation, or she was just by herself?
I don't
Which
know.
one we talking about? The Mexican?
Yeah, the queen pin woman. Like, did she have a man with her to protect her at any point, or?
I doubt it.
She was out in the middle of the street, wasn't she?
No, she was on TikTok Live, right?
She was pulling up for a nail appointment from what I saw on the video. So she had just stepped out. Dude drove up and popped her.
Oh, you're talking about the Colombian then?
I don't know which video.
Because the Mexican, she was doing a TikTok Live. They walked in, was having conversation with her, and next thing you know, she's getting shot.
That. Oh, you talking about them? Okay, so there's 3 different TikTokers that died, right? There was one in Colombia recently that I just it's 3 different occasions. There was one in Colombia that died. She died because of a boyfriend that she was dealing with. I guess he ended up shooting her in the store. And then there was one in Mexico where I believe that one was the one where I don't know if it was a nanny or a friend or whatever, but the friend ended up moving the camera when she got shot and she died. Yeah, that was the one in Mexico.
Was turning the camera off and it pointed right in her face.
Right. That she set her up. That woman set her up. I think she was the killer. Yeah. And then there was another one in Chile that happened a couple years ago, the one I just recently showed, where she got hit with the Mexican cartel.
Oh.
And they shot her in the street. She got hit with another queen. So another queen set a hit out on her, and the other queen got arrested. Remember that? I don't know if you guys remember earlier I was showing the chick getting out the window. She was climbing out the window. That was a queen. There's different rivalries. That's a different cartel that had rivalries with that girl that sent out the hitchman to shot him. So that girl got caught by the police.
But in most recent weeks, in the past month, we've seen the Mexican and the Colombian.
Right. So it's been this thing with girls being on TikTok that happened to get themselves caught in some shit, But I've said it a lot of times that a lot of these women are involved in the country with a lot of, cartels and.
Yeah, I mean, they play off of the beauty, and a lot of guys aren't going to search women as hard as they'll search men. You know what I mean? So they use that as a way of getting through and getting over on certain things. But a lot of these women,
the one in Mexico, the one in Mexico was a hit. Yeah, because that one in Mexico was a hit.
A lot of these women, beauty is nothing to their ruthlessness. You can be beautiful and still be ruthless at the end of the day.
Of course, of course. And also, too, you got the girls that are out there trying to get these surgeries. They're trying to get that lifestyle, trying to, I think, Ronin, you said it best, like, you've upgraded, but you're still living in the hood.
Right.
I want to ask you guys a question. I'm eating shit, licking my fingers and shit. Hey, so yeah, so you gotta excuse me.
A whole meal.
As long as you ain't smacking, I'm good.
I'm gonna try my best not to do it, especially on this nigga birthday. But look, so I got you. So I'm behind on like the passport content. So like, what type of drama you guys been talking about as far as like passport bro content or whatever?
Drama? I mean, the most recent thing I seen was that the older brothers are just talking about the crash outs that are you know, that have started at the beginning of the year. You know, all these little crash out content, and also the e-begging. That's
Hey, that crash out content is where it's at, bro. If you want to get them eyeballs, I'm telling you, trust me. It ain't right, but man, dudes want that drama.
But see, that's exactly what I'm all that drama.
Yeah, no,
absolutely. It's entertainment. It's entertainment.
True, but I think like I listened to some of the.
It's entertainment at the end of the day, man.
It is. But you know the thing about it, to be honest, guys, we all notice a lot of people have fallen off lately. This ain't gonna last for much longer.
That's what I'm trying to
come into work. I noticed that.
Yep, they have to go to work. They're gonna have to, get back and come back home. Exactly. Get these full-time jobs, and they may try it again a few more times, but there ain't no longevity in this. Keep coming back and forth.
We talked about this 6 months ago on different panels. You know, how you should be progressing in life. You should be showing some type of change. The new guys are coming in, they're aging in. We should be aging out. There needs to be a natural progression. There's certain things. You can only crash out for so long before people say this is atypical of you. Let me find somebody new because this shit is getting old.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So they're going to find somebody new. So then you're training the younger kids. This is the best way for you to come up in this game is to be crash out dummies.
And
who exactly are the crash outs?
And with this economy right now, I wouldn't do it because right now donations are starting to fall down with some of these content creators, and
if you ain't got it, you ain't getting it.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to ask you
guys. I just want to say this real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna get to you just a second. I just want to say this real quick. Now, this influencer, this happened in 2023, and in the sequences of the other two new, live streamers, one happened in Colombia and the other one happened in Mexico. This happened, I believe, in Chile. This was in Chile, but this was a hit. It was a Mexican narco that came after this woman that was a narco queen. Now they do hits in other countries now too. Like it's savagery out here, man. So this is the chick that's a narco queen that had a lot of bodies and that had hitchmen, and she had another queen that sent out hitchmen to get after this woman, and they shot her cold-blooded, man, on the street, bro. And then when she got shot, she was on the ground, like swirling and shit, like she was still alive. Then they got back out of the car and went back and finished the job. Bop, bop, bop. And all that. Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, I think we all probably seen Cocaine Cowboys based on a real a female that was out there doing it. So,
right. I mean, you live that life, you're gonna die by that life. You get what I'm saying? It's there's no retirement in those type of games. You either gonna get out and clean, or you're gonna go out the other way.
Facts.
Cash shop, you niggas $20. Anybody can guess what I'm eating.
You said chicken.
Huh?
You already said chicken. You said licking your fingers.
Chicken and what? Chicken and what?
Waffles.
Well,
waffles.
You said chicken and you said eat this chicken and shit. So I was like, okay. You said
chicken and what? Chicken and what? I give you one more try. Chicken and what?
Wait. Give me. Let me get one clue. Is it home cooked or did you buy it?
I bought it.
Rice.
No. The chicken I cooked. The other food I bought.
Oh, that's gonna be a hard one. I
don't know.
Yeah, that's a combination. It could be collard greens or something like that.
Mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. Yeah, you know how many combinations you can have with chicken, man?
The whole fucking meal sitting there for all we know.
No, not the combination.
The
combination I'm eating is something ain't no nigga ever ate before.
You talking about some foreign ass? Is it some foreign type of dish?
No, it ain't nothing foreign. It's a nigga dish, but not the typical one.
It's a big bag dish.
Trust me, it's the antithesis of that. No,
I have no idea, bro.
It's a nigga dish, but it ain't.
Any of those out there.
Hey,
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. It's Jamaican. Hold on. Wait. Jamaican. Jamaican jerk chicken and watermelon, bro.
That's what old boy said. Blue collar got it. Blue collar said watermelon.
Blue collar?
Yeah, look in the chat. He said watermelon.
My
you
man
did.
said. My man said this is a nigga dish.
That should have been a
Jamaican
dead giveaway.
Dish is
That should have
this.
been a dead giveaway. He said the ninja dish. That means it was going to be something with watermelon or something crazy. That's why I said collard greens.
Hey, True Prodigy, are you in Mexico? Weren't you in Mexico for a little bit?
Nah, bro, I'm with the white folks.
Oh, I thought you were in Mexico for a
Yeah, I'm
little
out
bit.
here with the white folks.
I thought you were traveling out there.
Nah, man. I'm with the white folks, bro.
That could be
Well, I
anywhere,
don't want to
brother.
be.
Oh, I was about to say you in Iceland or something?
Nah, I'm in the States, man. I'm in Nebraska.
Oh, okay.
Damn, Drew, why you mentioning places I've been to?
Well, Iceland?
Oh, you bet.
Yeah, Iceland and Mexico.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Hey, if I tell you guys that a Dominican woman is coming over to see me, would you believe me?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
I see you dressed up. Yeah, I believe you.
You said a Dominican woman coming over to see you, bro?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she.
Man, you need to slide me there, bro.
I'm telling you, she flew over. She flew over from DR to come and see me. I'm gonna get
Andrew, you know what I want you to do once you get there? Because I see you in your New Jack City attire. I see you in your New Jack City attire.
Yeah, he's over there importing. He's importing.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, that's a Diddy.
I
That's a
gotta go
Diddy
there.
charge. Hey, Andrew. Andrew.
What'd you say?
I see
He's
you in your New Jack City attire, man. You open up a bottle of champagne and pour it over here and say, cancel that bitch.
Right. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
To make change. Yeah.
Oh, man.
This little stuffed animal. You need a doggy over there.
Yeah, man, she cool peoples, man. We're gonna have a good time. You know, she got her visa, she got her money, right?
How long she staying?
Maybe about like a week
let's
or two.
switch, bro. I don't like white chicks, bro.
Why not?
I don't like white chicks, bro.
What's wrong with white girls?
Where is that?
We're on snow bunnies, man.
Man, it ain't really the chicks, bro. It's these like racist ass white dudes, bro. These niggas be hating. Y'all don't even know.
Well, yeah, they're gonna hate.
Oh, you must have one of those Barbie looking type of white girls, curvy.
No, these niggas try to run up in my shit if they see me with a fucking Barbie girl or whatever.
Oh yeah, they ain't gonna like that.
These niggas see me fucking and they'll snatch me out the room or something. I don't know. These dudes be hating, bro. These white dudes, bro. Y'all have no idea.
Oh, I have plenty of ideas.
So I'd rather just get a Spanish chick, bro.
They gonna hate you for that too. They gonna want that one too.
I grew up in the Midwest. That shit ain't. It is what it is. They can hate all they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I could just get a Filipino chick. Ronin. Let's switch.
Bring your ass out here.
Oh, Ronin, have you already met with you?
Come out there, man. Real talk.
Ronin, have you already met with your girl?
No, this June is when I meet her.
Oh, okay.
So this month is acclimation. Listen. I come with a plan. All right. This month is acclimation, getting in with the VA system, getting my resources reestablished. There's a Navy Fed bank here, so I'm doing all that first here in BGC. So
do some
I'm
cheek
an
clapping
here in the Philippines. No, brother, I'm not saying that online, bro. Come on, man.
Ronin, can I ask you a question?
Why would I put that online? But go ahead.
So, like, what did your kids say, when they found out you was moving overseas or whatever? Like, did they get upset? Did they cry? Did they get mad? All your folks, your kids, and
my kids, my youngest son is 28 years old. My oldest son is 38. My sons don't give a fuck what I do. What the hell?
Okay, then. I got you, man.
I say, like, yo, pops,
They got their own lives to live, man.
They got their own lives, so they like, pops, I'm happy for you. Whatever you want to do, you go do it. You deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Mom, same thing. I spent a month with her before I took off. I moved out of my spot and put all my stuff in April in storage, and then I spent a month.
I'm not getting laid, Melissa. Oh my God, it's a joke.
And then I took off. So, everybody as far as my family, they know I'm going to double back. This will be about a 2-year evolution before I might come back, swing back.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man. Real shit.
But like I said, most guys will come out here and say, "Yeah, I ran and see my girl." Bro, especially if you staying out of the country. This ain't no three 3-day trip turnaround type of thing. This is me staying here for life or for a long period of time. That means establish your roots before you go run out and go find some chica or some chick just to go fuck. You get what I'm saying? Establish your resources again. You just gave up everything that you know of in your country. Now you in a whole nother country. Don't you think it would be wise as a man to make sure your shit was locked in before you go fuck around and do something where you don't have any backup?
No, Ronin, we were thinking you're gonna be like that other brother that moved to the Philippines to get a job.
No, brother,
I know you're not. I know
my resources are solid, and I'm my own boss. I've been my own boss since 2011, man. I don't work for nobody.
I'm just joking with you. You remember that brother that he was begging like, I moved out here to a third world country to look for a job.
Yeah, no, I ain't doing all that.
Yeah, you might have seen him out there, Ronin.
Which one? In the Philippines? Here?
You remember the brother that was stuck out there and they were trying to help him get out?
I remember older.
Wait. Yeah. I remember. Juji posted that.
Yeah, it was a younger brother.
Wasn't Sunshine Shoulder trying to help an older guy that got stuck out here?
Yeah.
Was it a?
Yeah, that's one instance, but there's been another dude, a brother that's out there that got stuck, and he said that's why I thought you had seen this one, but he moved out there, and I think his story was that when he moved out there, he didn't tell his bank that he was leaving the country, so they locked up his funds. He couldn't get any money, and I don't know how he's been coasting through living out there.
Hey, Andrew, I got another question for you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Andrew, so I was meaning to tell you, I didn't really get a chance to tell you, but I wanted to tell this other dude directly, but I couldn't because you guys didn't have the panel open. So, yeah, man, what happened to your sidekick, man?
Sidekick?
The pipsqueak.
Sidekick?
Yes, you mean Mr. Bitches?
Yeah, Mr. Mr. Bitches. Man, I heard like what happened to him?
What happened to him?
Nothing.
It was the live stream you guys did. I didn't really.
I think he was talking about the story where Mr. Bitches said he had his ex-girlfriend or his girlfriend messed around on him or whatever. The story he was telling on one of your lives.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about? I forgot what the story was again. What happened to him? Right. Oh, you mean with the chicks that went on vacation or something like that, like his girl?
Just his story of why he even joined the panel had the conversation. Yeah.
Well, basically, man, it was just about, would you allow your girl to go on a vacation trip with a bunch of girls if they're going to places like Jamaica, which is, highly known for a play-for-play spot for women?
I'm not finna. Hold on, wait. I'm not finna let. Look, bro. I refuse to let my girl get slathered down and get fucked with a trash bag. I'm good on that one.
Oh man.
Hey, she gonna say my body, my choice.
Make that choice and don't come home. How about that?
Exactly.
So I want to bring this attention because Jay Rello on right now. I see him too. He's begging right now for money.
I can see that.
Allegedly dying father. Damn, is that true though?
What did he say?
He's begging for allegedly his dying father. Oh man, I hope that's not. Man, if they gotta go that low for begging for change, man, that's nasty work, bro.
And see,
like
this is exactly what we're talking about right here. If that is true, that tells you where his responsibility has been lying the whole time. Nowhere with his family, and
I hope he's telling the truth on that, bro. I hope he's
not getting a solid job, because that's one of the things I think I've heard Ronin speak about before, even about having life insurance on your family. Why wouldn't you have something like that already established?
Well, here's the problem I have with that. When he's raised money in the past, he hasn't exactly spent that money on his trip. He spent it on other stuff. Like one time he had raised money and then he went gambling. He didn't even use it for the trip. He went gambling or did something else with it. And that's supposed to be strictly for the trip. That's what I have an issue with him.
The blueprint, the whole thing is his subscribers still continue to give it to him. So if they were mad at him, they would stop.
I know. But I don't think all his subscribers know what he actually do with his money.
I mean, there's some times where he said he spent money on the camera and some other things. He spent money on bills. He tells them sometimes when he spends money. It's not like he has to ask them. He just spends and say, yo, I had to spend this, whatever. You guys are just going to give it back to me anyway. Like he has this nonchalant attitude based on his subscribers and his backers that they're going to give him whatever he needs. I mean, really, how can he keep a roof over his head if he's traveling on this way and all these things? He can't keep a job. If he's making money on YouTube, it can't be that much money. And he still has to keep a apartment or whatever, unless he's on, unless he's on some kind of public assistance.
From what I understood, he lived with his grandmother.
Right. So you subsidize in your life through some other means, whether it be public assistance, living with a family member, whatever it is. It's not like he lives a stable life.
Yep.
At all.
Leech. He's a leech.
Yeah. Do we have any skills?
Not the jobs that he got fired from when I can tell. He's just a laborer.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, what exactly, like, why is they just giving him money? Is it because he's funny? Like, is he, I don't understand. Yeah. Like, is he entertaining?
A lot of guys are paying for the crash out content. They're waiting for something bad to happen. He does do whatever they say. So if they pay him enough money, he'll do whatever they want.
It sounds like he's going down a rabbit hole if he's doing that.
But again, that's what we're saying. A lot of this content and these content creators, eventually they're going to dry up. And then what are you going to do?
Somebody in the chat said he's bigger on Twitter.
That's wild.
But eventually,
young. I don't know if they'll monetize him on Twitter with that content. I get smacked about the head and body for putting up a military video on Twitter. That's crazy.
And eventually, this whole thing is gonna just die down. And what are you gonna do after that?
Now, he'll implode, and then there'll be somebody else to take his place, just like NYC. The NYC, the future is kind of taking over the spot. There's some other young cats coming up. Like I said, there's all these up and comers where they're being encouraged because of how popular that content is to constantly be in competition with the next guy. Eventually, he's going to age out. He's getting older. And I think J Rello's in his 40s. How many young cats want to watch a 40-year-old crash out? They'd rather watch a younger guy crash out, right? So eventually, they're going to get with this old guy crashing out like, yo, this has been there, done that, bro. Come on.
And this is why they have an ATAs put out electronic travel authorizations where you got to get pre-approved. This is why they got e-visas popping out because of all this bullshit.
Yeah, because I didn't realize. I think a few weeks ago I was watching something where they were talking about they could check your phone at ports of entry. Ooh. And as an American, that's not illegal. A port of entry, they can check your phone and look through it, ask you for the password, and you got to give it up.
Actually doing a show on that this weekend about
good.
that.
Good.
Or actually tomorrow, actually.
Yep, that's good because nobody talks about stuff like that.
I think I had the easy. I don't want to jinx myself or anything, but I had such an easy time coming into the Philippines. It was crazy. But I've heard some nightmare stories about even Philippines with immigration. They'll rip your passport. They'll literally carry your passport, and if your passport is damaged in any way, it makes it unusable. You have to get a replacement.
Yeah, there've been some nightmare stories about the Philippines, no doubt.
And somebody had bullets in there, or they put a bullet in there and try to accuse you or something, just so you have to give them. I mean, there's been some nightmare stories, absolutely. And a lot of these countries, immigration is one thing that can be an issue, especially with Filipinos trying to leave. They will harass them and sometimes deny them, even though they've gotten their passport, visas or going to the other country. Immigration can stop them right there and say, you can't fly.
Hey, Ronin, who's the YouTuber that was recently, wasn't that YouTuber that was arrested and he's been jailed over there? This white guy?
Drew, didn't you just do a show on? No, that was BMT just did a show on some all black guy that was a basketball player. I don't know what country it was in.
Oh, that was in Indonesia.
Yeah.
That was Indonesia. He was arrested for bringing marijuana.
But there was a Russian guy that was crashing out. He would steal things from malls. He would do anything.
Yeah, him.
The YouTuber. It was a white guy. And now he's getting either 5 years in prison. He said he wants the death penalty. some crazy white shit going on. But yeah, there's some YouTuber crazy white guys that are over here that are doing some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Here in Thailand.
Yeah, that guy, the brother in Indonesia, man. I don't know. He
Vitaly,
might.
thank you, Ozzy. Vitaly. Yeah, that's his name. Vitaly.
Yeah, Vitaly. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then I can tell you this. Where I'm staying at is very affluent. I was in the mall and I just happened to go in the Coffee Bean to sit down. I seen two guys sitting on a laptop. So I sit down, start, chilling, going through my phone and everything. And I hear them talking about ChatGPT, and I kind of chimed up and looked up. He goes, "Oh, you know about Chat?" I said, "Yeah, I use it for a lot of things. I do YouTube." He goes, "Oh, so I die." I ran into this guy. He has 1.9 million viewers on one channel, 300 and something on another, and maybe 175 on another. Plus, he runs his own private network, kind of like what BMT does. And basically, you can put any kind of content you want up. And I ran into this guy just randomly at a coffee shop. But he's an Arab guy. Matter of fact, that's his name. He goes by Arab. But he was kidnapped by the Somali warlord. He's been in Haiti and got kidnapped.
Damn.
I mean, he's been on again. That's why his channel is so big. So I'm trying to arrange an interview with this guy. I think he just flew to China to pick up some laptop that he ordered. But I'm going to try to arrange a sit down with him on a live and go through his transition of how because he got banned on YouTube a couple times and demonetized, and that's why he has all these other backup things beside for his own channel that you can actually subscribe to and put your own content up without worrying about it being blacklisted through YouTube.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's asking you a question in the chat, Ronin.
Ronin, I heard you had a sick grandpa.
Have you heard of Sick Grandpa?
Oh, yeah. That's the dude that Sunshine Shoulders were talking about. Remember, I think you even talked about it, Drew. It was an old guy, dark skin, white hair, and I think he had a heart attack or a stroke or something. And
the Muslim brother. The Muslim brother.
And Sunshine helped him out and thought he would go back, and he stayed. So I think Sunshine got a little upset that the guy didn't want to go home with his medical issues and get help in America, where he decided to stay in the Philippines with whoever he's with. So yeah, I've heard about that guy. Johnny Somali he should be in trial right about now. I think he already got 5 years, but I think they have him up on some other charges. So he already went through one. I think he's going through another. Everybody went on mute but me. What's going on? True, you there? Is it me? Am I there?
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. I want to ask Andrew a question, but I don't think he's there.
Yeah, he's probably dealing with some people on off the camera on different issues.
Yeah, I don't know what he got going on. He dealing with his landlord or some shit. I don't know.
No. He got Chica coming into town and all kind of shit, man. The brother's dressed up. This is his birthday.
Oh, yeah. I actually want to ask him about that, but I'm probably gonna wait till he join back or whatever. But Ron, this something I want to ask you. Until he come back.
I ain't got no Chica in town, man. She's stuck in Miami right now. I ain't got no Chica in town.
She's on the way. She's on the way, whatever it is. And I know Shakana is a little, yes.
Nah, I just be fucking around, man. I just be fucking around, bro. But hold on, I'll be back. Give me a second.
All right, what's your question, True?
Well, I was gonna ask Andrew this, but I know if I ask you this, Ron, you probably gonna say. I was gonna say, so do any of you guys like deal with black women, or do you prefer black women?
I've dated all black women most of my life. I mean,
that's why I didn't want to ask you, because I already knew what the answer was going to be. I already knew. I think I heard you say that. I heard you say that.
My wives are all black. This would be the first woman that I'd marry, or if I was to get in a long-term relationship with, that would be of another color than a black woman. So no, I don't have any animosity. Didn't you see my show just last Thursday? We gave flowers to black women. Literally on our show on Thursday night therapy session, me and Phil.
Yeah. That's why I didn't want to ask you. I wanted to ask Andrew and other guys. That's why I didn't want to ask you.
And then old girl had a problem with me after the show, and said I was negative in my thought process. And
negative in your thought process.
Yeah.
How the hell she figured it?
I don't know, brother. I don't know.
You probably wasn't negative to her. It was just something you said she didn't like.
Yeah, because I call her to the carpet all the time. She used to be one of those girls where she raised hell in her 20s and 30s and then started selling it down afterwards. So every time she would call out this shit and kind of make it towards the feminine side, I'm like, yo, hold up. You've already told your story. So now I got to hold you accountable. You saying this now, but what you said was when you were younger, you were that chick that used to give brothers a hard time too. If they didn't come up to a certain standard, you wouldn't deal with them either.
Damn, that's crazy as hell. I want to ask the passport blueprint and Drew G. I don't think they're.
To be honest with you, most of the women I've dated has been Latina.
I don't blame you, man. You feel me? Me personally, I like Black and Latino women. I want to ask Andrew this question though. He ain't there. But yeah, but I asked him because I have a hard time like trying to find Black women where I'm at, man. This shit is annoying.
Well, you in Nebraska, brother. You can't. No, there's not a lot of Black people in Nebraska. You got to get what you can get in the town that you in. It's not like it's like me coming to the Philippines here looking for a Black woman. What the fuck is wrong with me? Why did I come here to find a Black woman? I don't get why brothers will go overseas to certain nations and look specifically for an Afro-Latina. For what? You know, a whole town or a whole country full of Latinas. Or they'll go to Thailand and still look for somebody of African descent. Why? Why are you going to these nations looking to settle down with somebody you could have met here? In the United States. Why are you doing that?
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. Real shit. So, like, what is the culture out there in the Philippines?
I mean, where I'm at, it's like I said, the religion as far as the culture itself, they're Catholic-based religion, and they're Catholic nation. They have Catholic in most of the country, but there's a Muslim sect down south, and that Muslim sect is radical. I mean, it's actually Taliban like radical. There used to be a war here that was going on for several years between the Christians and the Muslims here in Manila, and every once in a while, or not in Manila, but down south in Philippines. And they used to do
like a deep question.
They would do bombings and everything else. Remember the white guy that got kidnapped and wound up getting killed? That was married to a Filipino. He was married to a Muslim Filipino and staying in a Muslim area of the Philippines.
What year was that?
That was just this year.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that one.
Yeah. So be smart what you're doing and know where you're at. Be aware. You know,
I want to ask you another question.
Down that. Yeah.
So I don't know how religious you are, so I don't know if you would be able to answer this or not. But what is the difference between like Catholic, Orthodox, Baptist, Lutheran? Like, what is the difference between the different denominations or whatever? You know,
well, there's different denominations of Catholicism between just regular Catholic or Orthodox Catholic, and the main things that they have here, and a lot of like America, in God we trust. We feel like we've set up laws that are aligned with Christianity because that's the way the country was established. Here in the Philippines, same thing. Birth control is not really talked about. It's frowned upon in Catholic religions, just like the Irish and everybody else used to have a problem with birth control and having a lot of kids. Same thing here in the Philippines. You know, the nation is definitely still against divorce. You can't get divorced here. Okay. You can get an annulment, but that might even take 4 years, and the judge can turn around after you go through the process, which I heard is very expensive. The judge, after 4 years of trying to get y'all not to, just turn around and say no. So
I think one of the things he was saying, Ronald, what's the difference between the religions? Basically, just look at it like this: everybody else doesn't have a pope.
Nope.
Okay.
They're all Christians, but Catholics are the only ones that have a pope.
Okay, Catholic Pope. Okay, so Orthodox, there is no Pope. Baptist, no Pope. So okay, I got you.
It's just Catholics, yeah.
Hey, Ron, I want to ask you another question. I'm picking your brain right now since the birthday boy and her. So how? Okay, so it's like do you plan on becoming like actual citizen in the Philippines, like a full citizen or whatever?
I'll wind up getting my SRRV, my residency, my permanent residency. But I don't plan on becoming a citizen. No, because I'm gonna come back to America. I'm not staying
I was
here
going to
forever.
ask you that. Because I think like if you become like a full citizen or whatever, like you actually like the currency changes from like I don't know the Filipino currency, but the currency changes once you actually become a full citizen, right?
It's a peso. And no, I can choose to. I can use either one. Even if I'm a resident here, I can still be an American. I'm not giving up my citizenship to America, so I'm still getting paid.
That is what I was asking. Yeah.
I'm
That's what I
not
was
giving
like.
up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not ever
Ronin
giving
stage, I believe at Ronin at your stage in life, there's several options you can take with visas, like retirement visa, digital nomad visa.
That's the SRRV. It's a retirement visa.
Yeah.
So, and actually, as a veteran, you get a hell of a deal for the SRRV. You know, it's very minimum cost to become a permanent resident as a ex-U.S. veteran, because they work so closely with the military in America. You know, most places like Thailand, even here in the Philippines, if you're under 50, you got to put like 20K in the bank here in a Filipino bank or a Thailand bank. You got to do X this, X that, and other things. Here as a veteran, $1,500 in a Filipino bank and a consistent paycheck way of living. That's it. Those are your main two requirements.
I got a question on that. Suppose if I'm still working, can I still get that retirement visa?
Yeah, if you're working in the United States, not in the Philippines, they don't consider you being a nomad, even though they're trying to do a nomad visa, which is not done yet. You can still work abroad and get the SRV as long as you're over 50. If you're under 50, then those other rules apply. You got to drop so much in the bank. You got to have so much income coming in so that they know you're not going to be a burden on their country. That's one of the things.
This is a permanent visa?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to talk, my brother. We definitely got to talk on that.
I'm going to walk everybody through the process as I go through it. You know, so
Ron, you plan on getting married again in the Philippines, or you good?
We'll see
like
how
I'm
it turns
done with
out.
marriage.
No.
Huh?
No. I never say that. We'll see how it turns out. Once I meet old girl, we'll see.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, because that's a residency card I want to try to get, and I don't mind opening up a bank account just to put $1,500 in it. But that's because I've been getting different residency cards and stuff like that, just to have different residencies.
Right.
I'm trying, because I'm doing it right now with Mexico. Paraguay is
I
on my
know you
list.
are. Right.
And I want to get another place. So I'm looking at if the Philippines is going to be easy.
Is when you get a residency, do you get another visa, or is it just a card or something that you get?
No, well, like with Mexico, once I get to my
like another passport. I mean, I didn't mean to say visa,
on
but
the
a passport.
No, you have to be a citizen to get passports.
Okay.
All right, that's
clear. So you just basically get a card, like a green card that we give to them when they get to America.
It's basically a green card.
Right.
Yeah,
but I heard once you got that, it's easier to get into the Philippines. You don't have to go through all the hurdles and stuff. So if I wound up having a relationship with a Filipino, it only serves me best to have a SRV and not be sponsored by a local Filipina, because if you wind up having issues later, she's your sponsor. She can give you a hell of a time or retract her sponsorship. Then you got to go through that whole process again. So what I would tell most guys is, if you're going to get residencies in any country, don't allow a chick that you might be interested in or whatever to sponsor you. Go the other route. Do it on your own. Don't worry about having somebody sponsor you in that country.
Yeah.
Is this man still FaceTiming this chick, man? Come on, Andrew, bro.
You got somewhere to go? What time is it there?
It's 6:19. I gotta hurry up take a shower. I want to ask him this question, but I don't think he's gonna come back no time soon.
Yeah.
It ain't really even a big question. I mean, no, it's not like an urgent matter, but I do need to get in the shower, you know. My nuts still sweaty. I gotta take care of that.
He said I gotta take care of that funk.
Real talk, man.
I think I'm gonna put that SSRV on my list of getting.
Yeah, once I get more information, I'll shoot it over to you. And like I said, I'm gonna do a video on it, on the process.
Yeah, I think I'll put that on my list as well. Getting more residency cards. I definitely want to get something from Europe as well, as far as a residency, because as this place go as
and I think there's some favorable places in Europe as well for people, you know, to get residency.
Yeah, I got my little spots, but I'm not revealing those.
You would think Italy would be. Here's my mindset. How I think. Pandemic ruined a lot of countries. A lot of people died. Okay, unfortunately, but that means there's a whole lot of space that's not still being taken up. So some of these countries got hit hard with the pandemic and population loss, and obviously with that population loss, you lost a lot of incoming income, resources, things like that.
Yeah,
people die. So I would think those countries would be more encouraging of foreigners coming into their countries to reestablish some of the earning potential, you know, and everything else that they might have lost with recovering from what happened to their population during the pandemic.
I did a video on countries that are in high need of highly skilled people. People with very skill sets, and I put that video out there, and I'm even looking at that as a potential option. And there's several countries in Europe, like Finland and Austria and Germany and stuff like that. They're looking for high skilled people with certain skill sets, even like in the hospitality industry or construction,
right?
You know, that they're looking for, because a lot of their population are aging out. And there's not enough that's replacing.
Yeah, with the loss of life, you're talking about now. How many babies are you having born every year to replace the death rate? That's always a factor when people don't look at. They don't look at growth of babies coming in versus people dying.
Not to mention some of their populations are leaving for other countries as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys a question right quick, both of you. Before I head out. So, Ronin, if you was not living in the Philippines, where would you be right now? If you wasn't, like, you got to disregard the states, obviously, and if you wasn't in the Philippines, like where would you be?
One of the countries I always told myself I would love to live in, if I left the United States wholeheartedly, never wanted to come back. One of the states I always thought about, or countries I wanted to go to, was Australia or New Zealand.
Okay, that's what's up, man. What about you, Passport?
It
can't be a Spanish-speaking country.
One of the countries, well, actually, it's two of them. One is, and they're next to each other. One is Montenegro, the other one's Albania.
Hey,
Albania.
That came off the cuff, the Albanian one.
He said Albania. God damn.
What's up, obstacles? He's here. All right.
What's good? Obstacles to opportunity. What's up with you, man?
Obstacle. What's up, brother?
What's good? What's good? Can't call it. What's going on, players? Y'all out here?
Yeah, we celebrating Andrew's birthday. Yeah, Andrew's birthday, and I guess he's taking care of some business off the show right now, and that's why he's muted up.
He probably coordinating some birthday cake pop-outs. So he's over here.
Yeah, he got one on the plane right now. What you mean? You got a Dominican flying in, so you know it is what it is.
Nah, it's just the homie, man. We just chilling, bro. We just gonna do some content and just chill. We just want to show a different side of people that you can meet, you know, who have money, have their own money, who could travel and, you know, get by. Because you know, we don't normally see that coming from foreign women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's actually true.
Because the perception of the perception of foreign women is they're poor. They all poor and they live in shitty little shacks and they don't have any money. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. We know that's not all true.
Wait a minute, who's saying that?
That's Andrew. True.
No. Well, no. Let me ask a different question.
He means who's saying
Andrew.
That?
Yeah.
No, you said who said? No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying.
No. He's asking what type of people are saying that.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Who the fuck saying like motherfuckers is like poor and stuff like that. Who's saying foreign women?
We see it all the time with our sisters and people in this country. They think most foreign women don't have any money.
Well, one flying out to you, right? The answer, there you go.
She got her own bag.
I plead the fifth.
So,
yeah, there you go, man. Real shit.
Cool
plead the fifth on that, Andrew. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell none of these internet ninjas if you flying girls in and out. They try to hit you with the trafficking.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
Your business to your business.
Yeah, you true. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. But that's why I said she's.
I was under the premise that she was flying herself out.
Nah.
Yeah, no. But I'm just telling dudes, always say that on the internet. Don't ever say nothing.
She's very educated. She speaks good English and Spanish. She's nothing like that.
Dude, if she's flying out to you, I'll marry her.
I don't know about all that, bro. I don't know about all that.
That's a big investment, man.
Yeah, that could be a big
plane ticket.
Hold on, Andrew. Let me ask you a question. So, has this been a woman like you've met before?
Yes and no. Yes.
Oh
and no.
Well. Okay. That make more sense now.
I'll take that for next show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plead the fifth, Andrew, man.
Yeah. No Diddy shit. It's no Diddy shit. I gotta tell you that. It's no Diddy shit.
No, you good. But dudes on the internet, they'll set up your goddamn engagement date and when you should get married. They be like, man, I seen your girl.
None of that
you
stuff.
should marry that girl. Like, bro, you don't know her.
Yeah.
Sit yourself
down.
Nah.
Ain't nobody marrying nobody. We chilling. We just homies. We good.
Yeah. That's cool. Keep it copacetic,
man.
Copacetic. I said keep it copacetic. That's cool. Shout out to you and your birthday, man. Congratulations for being in this amazing earth another year. You heard?
Oh yeah, I heard you, man. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Heck yeah, yo.
I'm reading through these comments right now. This is funny as hell.
Hold on, I'm gonna jump.
How old are you now, Andrew? Are you in your 30s or in your 40s?
No, I'm in my early 40s.
Oh, OG.
Yes, sir.
Oh, really? Dang, you in your early 40s? I didn't know. Wait, so when is that birthday? Just passed, right?
My birthday's today.
Shout out to you, man. Shit.
Yeah, shout out to you, man.
What is that? Shit. Make you a Gemini or something? You know how them girls be. What's your horoscope?
Man, you sound like one of these girls out here, bro.
What's your horoscope, man?
What's sign?
What's your sign? That's what they say. That's what it is. What's your sign?
How tall you is? What's your dick size?
You come over to Asia, they be like, "What you born in the year of the rat?"
They be like, "What's your dick size?"
Nah.
Wow. This man said, "Don't incriminate yourself." Oh, trust me, I know. I just be playing, bro. It's all fun and games, man. But no, I don't do no extortion and no trafficking, none of that shit going on over here.
The blue collar, I dropped it in the chat. Take a look. That's the PayPal for Andrew's show. If you want to contribute to his birthday, go right ahead, hit that link.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you a question, Andrew. It's pretty much the question I asked Ronin and Blueprint already. So I was gonna ask you, like, if you weren't living in the States, like, where would you be instead? It can't be a Spanish country though.
If I were to live in a different country that's not a Spanish country, where would it be?
Yeah, no Spanish speaking country.
I don't plan on actually moving to a Spanish speaking country, to be honest with you.
I got you.
I just like visiting a lot of Latin countries, but I don't plan on moving to any. Nothing really kind of sparked my attention. I look deep beyond just women. I look at also the infrastructure of things. I'm also looking at economically as well, cost of living and all that other stuff, crime as well. So you always got to put everything all into a factor. But if I were to choose a place, which I know it's not most likely it won't be the Latin countries, but I don't know, man. A couple places came in my mind.
I heard Albania. I was like, Albania.
Nah. Australia, Melbourne, Australia, kind of popped in my mind. Tenerife. Well, no, that's Spanish. I can't say Tenerife. What's that other place called? Cape Verde.
Cape
Cape
Verde,
Verde. Yeah. Cape Verde is an island off the coast of Africa. That kind of came into cross. And I don't know, man. Maybe somewhere in Europe, probably. I don't know yet. I haven't.
Where the white women at? Yo, you would blend in.
He said where the pink toes at.
Where the pink toes at? Where them uncooked cinnamon buns? I want some of them uncooked cinnamon buns.
You crazy, man.
Man, you can, man. My obstacle is the opportunity. You can have these white chicks, bro. I don't want them. Not no more.
No, they good to go, man. I look, I ain't hating. Poland is a nice place, you know. That shit, Europe, period. Eastern.
What about Norway? I heard like Norway is like safer because or whatever. It's like less crime or whatever.
Yeah, it's good to go, but it'd be cold. Shit.
Check your PayPal.
It's a wrap.
Take another shot.
Oh, hey, yo, shout out to Blue Collar Bro, man. I appreciate you for the birthday donation and shit. I'm gonna take a shot in a second. I'll show you myself in a minute.
And to take a shot.
You gotta take a shot for every donation.
Oh wow.
No, I ain't doing that shit. Hell no, man.
That's what you said earlier. What you mean? That's what you said earlier.
Every donation. That's crazy.
I passed the fuck out early.
Just start sending over 20 cents.
Bruh. me and Fearless had the show that we were at his house doing. It was shot for shot. He was watering his down though.
Yeah.
He couldn't stand.
He was up against a Marine.
Exactly. He don't know. He didn't know any better.
Hey, let me go ahead and make my exit, man. You know, I appreciate y'all for having me. Like, real shit.
Man.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, we about to close it down. Hey, I appreciate you, man. We about to close it down because we got another show at 8 premiere.
Oh wow.
Post up here, and I'm about to, handle some business. Not in that type of way, but just
yeah.
Like I said, allegedly. Keep that shit on. Yeah. Allegedly. I like that. Obstacles. Allegedly.
Yeah, man. I don't discuss too much shit.
Yeah. Nah. You smart. You're a smart man. Right. Be some crazies on the internet. No disrespect.
Yeah, because even if I said things, it's like people would twist words around and shit, and I'm not trying to deal with all that, bro.
He said this, and if you look at 12 o'clock on the lunar time,
right,
that means he really saying like, "What the heck?" Got a whole show for it. So heck yeah, you got.
Man, come on, that's not what I said, bro.
Yeah,
there's a particular person who's like that too. He's a number one fan of mine. He likes to twist my words around and shit.
See, there we go.
He's a number one.
There's always somebody, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to you, man. Happy birthday, man. Once again.
I appreciate it, boss. I appreciate it, man. Oh man, why this thing keeps kicking me out? All right. Passport Blue, you got any last things you want to say or?
Happy birthday, Bubba.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, we need to see you do that shot, man. You gotta make it legitimate.
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me get my shot. I guess I should do it. Off here.
Shot.
If somebody donated $50, I'll take the whole bottle, but I'm like, nah, fuck that shit.
No, you don't need that.
I can't do that shit. Not
getting alcohol poisoning on your birthday ain't the wisest.
Hell no, I ain't doing that shit. Hell no. All right. Okay. See, I got the shot right here.
Yeah, he ain't taking the whole thing down. You gonna take a little sip like
I ain't taking the whole thing down. I take a shot. That's a shot. You know how many shots is in this bitch?
Oh, snaps. You got the blazer on. You looking like New Jack City when they called them up in the New Jack City.
You got that New Jack City look. Yeah.
Where your dog at, man? Where your Dover, man? Where was it? Where your rock
man? You around somewhere. Oh man. Somebody said Andrew don't kiss and tell. Oh man. Nah, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing serious. Trust me. It's just cool shit. I'm trying to get some content, man. I got to make up for what happened in Colombia.
You get some content, Drew. Go ahead.
Come on, man. You think I'm turning to J Roll?
Yeah, go get your OF content, yeah.
Nah, man. Yeah. I'm back in Havana Thursday on my. Okay, that's what's up.
Havana, nice. Thursday on my humanitarian trip. Yeah, you got to say that in order to get to the country.
Oh,
I never liked pretty motherfuckers. Anyway, yeah, play dog. I know what you're saying.
Pretty motherfuckers.
And it was referring to light skinned motherfuckers. So thanks, play dog.
Yeah, true.
Never liked light skinned motherfuckers anyway.
It is what it is, man.
All right, Drew, don't belabor. Happy birthday to you, brother.
Appreciate it, guys. You know what I mean? I'll see you guys in the next one. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
We'll see how the temperature rises. Yes, sir.
The Andrew Show. Like and subscribe.